and gentlemen, to WCS Challenger Europe as we're in playoffs day number 2, finding out not only the 4 players that have already qualified, which has been done and concluded, we're now finding out who's going to be number 1, 2, and 3, as we do have now. Namshar going up against Elazer. Elazer after Nidus worming his way to victory.
There's WCS points on the line in this Challenger as well, which all of these players, I'm sure, care quite a bit about. But yeah, for now, it's going to be Poland going up against Sweden.
Yes.
And then if Namshar wins, maybe Sweden against Finland. Fun fact, Sweden is currently facing Finland in the Ice Hockey World Championship right next door, like literally like 15 minutes away in Lanxess Arena.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. And they have a storied rivalry, to say the least. I remember when I lived in Finland and they beat Sweden, there was lots of parties, because they don't like them. Up to the top right-hand corner.
You're just so happy when talking about hate.
Oh, absolutely. I love hate. I let it see through me. Up to the top right-hand corner, we do have Elazer in the red. Down to the bottom left-hand corner, we have Namshar for D-Picks in the bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah, reminder, this is still a best of 3.
Yes.
Here, much like in the previous match.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, it's very easy after all, a lot of best of 5 to forget, but no, it's still a best of 3, and then the grand finals will be a best of 5 in which Serral will face off against the winner of this match here, and we'll have a 1-map lead.
So we could even more quicker get to the 3-0 that Serral is looking for.
Serral has looked unreal so far. Like in I mean, he's rank 1 ladder. He's got 200 points more than rank 2, so of course he's supposed to do well, right?
Absolutely. He's rank 1 everywhere. He's amazing. Who would have guessed it? He's a good player. He's a very good player. All right, let's see what Elazer's going to do here. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a Nidus worm because there's no way Namshar wasn't watching that game just then.
Yeah, Namshar, he lost 0-3 earlier to Serral. We didn't get to see those games, but hopefully it's not going to affect his confidence too much here going up against Elazer. Like, obviously, it's a very different player.
One thing's for sure that I think between those 3 players, there's a pretty defined 1, 2, and 3 there when you look at these 3. So looking for Namshar to really make the upsets occur here in this series.
You know, by the way, Sweden's up 3-1 against Finland right now in Ice Hockey.
Yeah, don't tell them that. They'll say all sorts of profanities.
There's 3 periods in hockey, by the way. Like
3 periods?
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah, that's what.
I thought there was 4, like basketball, isn't there?
This said like 3 periods, then OT, so like overtime, I guess.
Marius knows. He says there's 3.
I'm rubbish at like traditional sports. I don't know anything.
No, neither do I really.
Even football, like it took me forever to learn what offside was.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I knew that for a long. I mean, the thing is in England we grow up with our parents forcing football down our throats.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
But like, I played football on like at school, like a small stadium where it's like, you know, however many people we are playing, and there's no rules, like no offsides, nothing like that.
Yeah, offside was a very quick thing to learn in England, because if you don't, you will be excommunicated and thrown out of the country.
Excommunicado.
Oh, God. Why did they have to call it that? Why couldn't they have just said excommunicated?
Everybody that watched John Wick 2 will get this reference.
It was a really fun movie to watch. Actually, that was an alright movie to watch in the cinema. Yeah. There you go. We were in Katowice.
Yeah.
And we're going right back.
I'm going to go to theater again.
I want to go to the theater again.
Okay, Overlord down there is actually dying here. Namshar chasing that away. Usually when a player does that, you always, when that happens to you, you always have to wonder if there could be a lot of links on the way. And in this case, both players are actually massing a ton of links right now.
Very true. Perfect response, really, for both players, considering. Leia morphing in. Jeez, these layer timings. Woohoo! Namshar throwing this down. And we will have speed about to finish up for him, so he shouldn't be caught without his pants down too much.
He saw a lot of links, and Namshar is actually going to go... Oh, the two other queens up there. How did it... This keeps happening to all of them.
Yeah, don't know, mate.
Just send the Overlords back.
They're very keen to get that 3rd base spot, and with that now, Namshar knows that he should be the aggressor, but with the defensive advantage and the amount of links that Elazer has out at the moment, I think he can't do anything here.
Elazer will get way more links right now than Namshar. I think ideally he would love to get a surround on this army and then go for the attack. Namshar still hasn't walled off. I think he's going Mutas.
Yeah.
This is so dangerous because he's taking a lot of gases. He's going to start the wall off now, but it's very late, so it's going to be low hit points building here, being attacked by Elazer in a second.
The thing is with the Lings counterattacking, I don't know if he would even get in with the rest of the Lings at the timing that he currently has.
Elazer is splitting poorly, I think. He should have just kept a couple Zerglings back at home and then attacked with everything else because he's invested so much into these Lings.
Sees a wall in, sees a spine.
Oh, he saves the queens? Nope.
The thing is that there's a Roach Warren in the wall, so this will sell a different story to what's actually going on in the back. Oh, the Lings get in! Oh! Could he get in? He needs to go into the main with one of these.
Well, they push the queen away, they elbowed her in the face.
He goes into the main. This is perfect here for Elazer to get the good spot.
And he's going to see the Spire.
Spire? Oh, no, he didn't go all the way in.
I mean, he should know, right?
Yeah, he should.
Unless he thinks he's roaches.
But he's only seen 3 gas right now across 2 bays.
Actually, he saw 2. He only saw 2 of the gas.
Oh, yeah, he only saw 2. You're right. But these Lings are just doing too much. Yeah. That's what happens when you got no units, I suppose, and your wall isn't
Namshar, where's your Lings? They can't come out early enough here. He's using a ton of drones. He's going to transfer them to the main gas.
Elazer in a rush to meet with Serral. And it's going to be these Lings. Coming to clean up, actually. The funny thing is that looking at it all, does he still
absolutely gigantic lead for Elazer right now.
That's true. I think he still thinks it's roaches. But the Spire's about to finish up and he has 600 gas. He doesn't have any minerals though.
Oh, I just don't know what Namshar is supposed to do from there. Like,
I mean, yeah, if Elazer had the information, he'd be absolutely crazy.
He has quite a bit of gas, to be honest. Like, he could get some Judas, but what's that even gonna do? Like, it's ZvZ, right? Spores will wreck these guys. He's got queens to work with as well. It's
funny, the gas is normally the limiting factor, but at the moment it's the minerals that are. Because he was shut down so much across these 2 bays. The thing is that how many roaches is he gonna have? 20 roaches or so? The Mutalisks would clean them up eventually, but it's a slow cleanup.
You know what's crazy, by the way? Elazer lost in round 1 of the winner's brackets, 0-3 to Lambo. And since then, has smashed like everybody that he's met. He went 2-0 against Saltov, 2-0 against Snoot, 2-0 against Bly, had a close series against Showtime, 3-2.
Well, now he knows what's up. Roaches all need to converge on this spot very quickly. They're coming in very slowly, though. So he's actually going to have to retreat because they were coming in so slowly. The Mutalisks are going to get a lot of free damage. Don't go for the Overlord. Get the roaches. You need to deny as much damage as possible from being done. Ling's going to block. Very good. Very important. Buy as much time as possible for these roaches to not get onto the drone line.
Yeah, a lot of drones are going to start dying here, I think, in a second. And Elazer, this might be it here for game number 1 if he's able to kill enough of these guys. Almost double the supply right now. In the meantime, he's droning up, he's getting a Hydralisk Den, and he knows how to close out these games as well from playing in this lead.
Yeah, 61 workers to 19. As much as I said, the Mutalisks were going to clean up, it was always going to be slow against roaches. They really don't do that much damage to them. And they're buying so much time for Hydralisks to come out on the other side as well as extra queens. Fantastic little play here from Elazer. But it was all because that wall was not tightly sealed.
Yeah, he definitely needed to seal that. I mean, again, like, I really don't know what Namshar is supposed to do. Like, he's going to make the most of the situation given what he's got, which is those Mutas. If he could catch these queens and these Hydralisks while they were still in low numbers with the Mutas and the Lings, it would have to still be a crazy comeback, but he's going to go for it.
Yeah, you've got to take the engagement as early as possible right now. So he's going to focus down these Hydralisks, and if he can continue on, that might not be too bad as a trade here at all. Lings are doing quite well on the ground as well. This could be close. The Mutalisks are still killing off the Hydralisks as they come out, but the queens have survived for too long. GG.
He did what he could, but he still wasn't mining from his natural. There was 1 drone mining there, so unless... He had to kill him right there and then.
Yeah, the optimist in me wanted to see it be a bit closer, and I was hoping for that, but there you go. Elazer showing some power. Some power.
He's looking good. He's on a crazy win streak. Like I said, he won 5 series in a row in that losers brackets.
All right, so map number 2.
And might be able to make it 6.
True.
Do you think Serral would be impressed? No, probably not.
No, he'd just be like... Oh, I can't do my Finnish accent at this point. Got to roll the R's. Like,
There's some more than others though. Like Wellmu was like next level.
Wellmu was next level. Are rolling. How was what's his name? Oh, the Finnish Protoss. I can't remember.
Elfie?
Yeah, Elfie. His R's weren't that rolled. Yeah.
Hey, it was more the tone with Elfie.
Yeah, it
This
was.
is my cat, Pekka.
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 Yeah, he actually, I saw him at a DreamHack last year, and he was managing the ENT's CSGO team, I think.
Really?
Yeah, there you go. So he was there.
Does he not play anymore?
I don't think he does. No, I think he just works with some of the guys over there.
Can you imagine Elfie as a coach? He's like trying to hype up the team. All right, guys, we're gonna do a rush left now. Come with
Going
your
left.
grenades.
I can't
I
do
do a
my
very
Finnish
bad impression, but you guys get it.
I can't
It's
do
still
my Finnish
funny.
accent anymore.
Because everybody knows Elfie.
Everyone knows Elfie.
What a nice guy and how calm he is.
Yeah, there was. Always had his cat with him. Let's say Pekka. All right, Ascension to Aya will be map number 2, with Elazer leading 1-0 at the moment, looking to move on against Serral. Serral. There you go.
Waiting comfortably in the finals, looking to score himself some cash.
And I mean, his warm-up match was ZvZ, as we mentioned in the upper bracket final. So no reason, couldn't be in a good spot going in. Let's do this. Up to the top left-hand corner, it will be Elazer, 1 game up at the moment. Down to the bottom right, Namshar, the contender, the challenger.
And again, for whoever didn't qualify here from this challenger for WCS Jönköping, they can still attend, but they will have to play from the first group stage. Whereas being qualified, so our 4 Zergs here that qualified, they will be straight into that 3rd group stage, which is a big deal, right? Like there's 2 group stages that you don't have to go through that are also going to be
Yes.
pretty grueling and tough.
64 players in the first one gets broken down to 32 players, and then 16 players from that get broken down to join the other 16 players that have qualified through Challenger for the WCS system. And then it goes into the single elimination bracket of the top 16, where you do earn the money, you do earn points.
Just like, being able to get that rest, watch the other guys play,
Yeah,
study their builds.
absolutely. You can identify big threats in the previous group stages.
Banter around with the boys
That's
and girls.
one of the most important parts of any WCS event.
Banter.
The bants. Especially if you've got Jeff on the desk, which is impossible. Oh god, he's too funny. It's difficult. It makes my job harder because it's too funny and I know I can't follow it up. I never could. Crazy.
In control is hilarious, man.
Yeah. Posted a great Xenomorph figurine in the past couple of days.
Apparently the new Alien is bad as well. A lot of people have said.
That's what a lot of people said, and then I saw Jeff's post on Facebook and he said he enjoyed it.
Yeah, but he also thought Star Wars was good, I think.
Did he?
So his
I mean,
movie review are void for me.
I'm
Actually, I want to watch some of the episodes of that show he's doing, Fanboys, where he talks about movies and TV shows. I think that could be fun.
You see, when it comes to a lot of sci-fi, I can sort of disconnect myself from the idea that this movie is bad or good and just enjoy it because it's sci-fi. Because I just like alien movies, big monster movies, stuff like that. So maybe I would enjoy it if I went to watch it.
You should watch The Expanse. I think you'd like that.
I think you mentioned it yesterday, right?
Yeah.
When we were finished.
You never listen to me.
No, I know.
One thing I've learned, when people mention TV shows, you should write down what they told you so that you don't forget, and then you check it out later. Like, even if it's just like checking out one episode and then see if you like it.
Yeah, I should.
You know who you should never listen to for TV show advice?
Roddy?
Funka.
Oh, okay.
Well, Roddy as well, actually. But Funka is like, he recommended me the worst shows ever.
What did he recommend?
I don't remember the name, but like...
America's Next Top Model? That's the kind of thing Funka likes. No?
He recommended me Park and Recreations, which I guess is like decently popular, but I didn't really like it at all.
I think most American sitcoms are terribly written, personally, but... Yeah. I mean, I'm British, so my sitcoms are very cringy. And
oh yeah, he recommended me New Girl.
New Girl?
With Zoe Deschanel.
I have no clue what that is.
That was just like the...
I've never even heard of that.
I'm like a little bit naive as well. So that's the thing. I start watching it and I'm like, all right, it gets better, right? He recommended it to me, so I keep on watching and I'm like, God, this is just awful.
So you keep going? You keep torturing yourself? Eventually we'll get better, guys.
Queen's still catching an overload here across the map from Namshar, who right now is posturing forward with Banelings. But I mean, Elazer already having triple Queen there. Doesn't even feel that threat, and he's not even getting a spine crawler. And we have very different routes here. Being a nice wall off here, but one Queen is going to be caught. And the second one...
It's already a great pickup, though. Queen doesn't kill those Lings very, very quickly. Those Lings really need to get in there and help on out, because otherwise they will kill. There we go. Need to reposition. Good job.
This is great just before transfuse as well. That one Queen just had 50 energy, like he could have transfused something.
Yeah.
Banelings across the map just rolled into 2 Queens and barely tickled him.
Oh my god. It's all going wrong for Namshar, really. I mean, he's got a Roach Warren as well as that full wall, but he's going to be going up against... +1 melee is almost finished for Elazer. Oh my god. He can't really move out too far with his with Namshar's Lings.
There is a nice wall for Namshar, which he can use to wall these guys outside, but I guess if Elazer was to try and get a cancel on that third base and then secure the zone, that might be a nice lead that he could get early on to then go into his own roaches. It's all about the roaches at the end of the day, isn't it?
The roaches. Yeah, that's true. A famous philosopher once said, that was not a bad connection there from Namshar with a Baneling on the high ground, killing off some Lings. I saw it on the minimap, guys. I didn't actually see it in real life. And we'll have these Lings moving on.
You mean the game is real life?
Yeah, pretty much. For a lot of people, yeah. 2 Banelings on the way. What are they going to connect with? That Baneling's about to morph in. Be careful, Lings. Oh! Okay.
Alright, well. I feel like I could have done better. Hold my beer.
Third's going to die, guaranteed.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. When you have that +1 melee, if you can go across the map and the opponent doesn't have enough Banelings, which in this case Namshar couldn't wait to go into roaches.
The numbers add up with a +1. Oh!
He's actually going to go for it? No.
There's no way he can get through. He's trying to get through, but there's too many roaches. These Lings can't do this.
The Banelings are not detonating, they're just kind of derping around.
I'm zoomed out, I'm sorry. There we go. Alright. So actually he got +1 range behind all of that while this was going on. So he will have the roaches, or the quality of roaches, to contend with the push that was coming along from Namshar. But it's about the Gliera Constitution. Small window, really, as long as, there we go. Starts it instantly as well. Very important that he does that. Did he know?
I mean, Elazer doesn't have that many units. Like, this is... Okay, no, he's getting Lings.
Ravages.
He's Namshar. Actually, oh... Does he want to attack for sure?
I think he's going to go.
It's so funny, like how they, how little they see compared to us, right? We see all units, we see all movements and everything, we see all numbers, but they both kind of have to keep on guessing. Like I was looking at Namshar's vision, he has no way to know exactly how many units Elazer has. So what does he do? He makes a ton of units, goes across the map, and right now on the fly, that's when he has to decide whether or not he goes for the attack.
Exactly. Him making those Lings is him saying, okay, I think I have a small window here, whether I have +1 or a little bit of Gliera Constitution.
I like the conclusion he came to, by the way. He just went there, like we saw what he saw. He saw that there was a ton of roaches from Elazer. He's like, okay, he has too much. I'm just going to pull back, start +2 missile attacks, +1 carapace as well, and be ahead by 2 upgrades, and then fight.
Yeah, he absolutely wasn't going to win that fight. He's correct, and he evaluated that. But the problem is that his economy is waning compared to the position that Elazer is in, or at least just a small bit, not by a huge amount, even though the third base was denied, because there was a lot of commitment to Lings over drones, because obviously they're not as lava efficient as roaches.
Elazer has a ton of roaches, actually. He's got 32 roaches to 15 right now.
Go. This will be a killing blow if he actually makes this work out. The upgrades are exactly the same as well here, Gliel against Gliel. But overall, that Corrosive Bile really didn't even up the odds here for Namshar, as Elazer is trying to bust on through here. That Corrosive Bile is in a position where he would have tried to push through there, even though it was on his own roaches, but he's just killing off the numbers. This is maths at this point, Todd. It's science. Elazer is going to be able to break through these roaches. And even if he just sat here and killed off these Evo chambers, that would be fantastic. But he's just getting onto the drones, getting onto the roaches that will pop in just a few moments' time. And that's big damage being done here by Elazer once again. Great control in Zerg versus Zerg, and he's
Look at the supply.
Look at it, double, and he's going to go up against Serral in the ultimate test of Zerg versus Zerg.
Dr. Ogonowski here, got a PhD in roach production, kept on going forward, and he's going to crush through.
Yeah.
That was actually a great timing out here, I think, for him to go into. It's not like he just completely went for it. He did start his +2 missile, but I think he must have kind of guessed that, you know, Namshar was maybe going to drone up a little bit and then just go for too many upgrades than what he should get, which if you do let him complete that, obviously is going to be good for him. And,
yeah, I mean, double Evo at the front, if you've got it there. Initially, of course, it was for the wall to try and help out a little bit, but if you've got double upgrades going as opposed to the weapons only, Carapace doesn't do as much against roaches as like the efficiency of the attack upgrades, right? 'Cause it's only +1 as opposed to +2. But anyway, that does it. Congratulations to Elazer. He'll move on, and he is going to be going up against Serral with a 1-0 lead as we continue down the line. This will now be a best of 5, with Serral having that one map advantage, as obviously we're not doing a double elimination style thing where Elazer would have to win 2 series at the very end. All right, so we're going to go to a short break, and then when we're back, it's the final series of the night here for WCS Challenger. Who gets that first place? Who gets $1,600? We're about to find out between Serral and Elazer. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to WCS Challenger. We are in the grand final to find out who is going to be taking first and second place between Elazer and Serral. Congratulations to our Zergs. You've dominated the bracket. You've destroyed the Protoss. The Terrans fell away quite a while ago, unfortunately.
They didn't go very far.
No, they did not. They didn't even get past the second round.
Yeah, even in losers bracket, Hero Marine fell to Bly in losers round 2.
Sorry, guys. Next time.
Yeah, tough times. Your Thermal almost made it in into that stage here, the top 16, but not quite as well. And Serral, you know, I was talking about Elazer being on a 6-win streak in terms of series. Serral, though, he's been even more impressive than that. He's dropped only one single map so far. That was against Zenster in round 1. 3-0 against Mana, 3-0 against Showtime, 3-0 against Namshar. And he starts with a 1-0 lead. Yeah. I feel like Namshar should start with a 1-0 lead, if anything, for it to be fair.
All right, let's get into it then. It's going to be down to the bottom right-hand corner. Of course, Elazer here, making himself a pool and gas nice and fast. And then up to the top left-hand corner, we have the King of Finland himself. It's Mr. Serral with a pool and gas as well. So, let's see what Serral's going to bring. We already saw Elazer doing very well in our previous 2 series, but of course, it wasn't going up against the likes of Serral, Todd.
Yeah, the one map that Serral dropped was against the Zerg, so I don't know like if there's something to be seen there. He did 3-0 Namshar, who then beat Nerchio. Then again, you always get like you know these weird triangles.
Love triangles, yeah.
I don't know about that.
Defeating triangles. Triangles of competition.
Serral actually hasn't. Well, I don't know if I should give bad news, but
that's fine. Do it.
Serral's never lost to Elazer. He's 3-0 in series, 8-2 in maps.
That's bad news, Todd.
But they don't play very often. Last time was in January during the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship for Katowice, and Serral 3-0'd Elazer.
I like how doing relatively similar things. Baneliness has already gone down here, though. Oh, actually, it's not similar things at all. Serral's doing Baneliness, banking up some Zerglings. Elazer is just banking up Zerglings with speed only. No extra gas for a Baneling Nest. Yeah. So he's going to go with a hatchery behind it, but he would ideally like to see a hatchery. I know what you want to
say. Just say it.
What?
2-0.
Yeah, it's going to hurt. Although that being
it's going to be hard for Elazer. Then again, yeah, it's...
The Zerglings have moved out, though, for Serral. So he's misreading this. He wants to be aggressive. But
they're going to meet at the bottom of the map. Is that for real?
Well, there's some up at the top of it as well.
Whose speed is earlier? Serral's speed is slightly earlier.
I see. The reason Serral's going both ways is because he wants to gauge the situation.
Okay, they mean Serral's not reacting. He's going to start losing some links. Okay, Serral's speed's ahead by 1 second. He's not running away. What is this?
He was caught.
He's morphing one single Baneling up the ramp here.
No. But
Elazer doesn't know. Does he go up the ramp with everything? No!
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't.
All right. He gets a couple links.
Aggression on the other side. Baneling's going to try and put on some pressure here. Baneling will be focused down.
Yeah, this is all right for Elazer, I think.
Yeah, cleaned up. And I don't think he can get anything done on his side of the map, but he has his hatchery going.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah, as you say.
And he's already getting a second queen, whereas Serral is just on the 1 queen. So I thought it was going to be really bad for Elazer there, but he made the most of the situation.
I mean, that could have ended up in a very messy spot for both players, but thankfully it didn't really for either. It's just Elazer now goes into the later stages with a bit of an advantage. Spinecrawler going down as well. I don't think... He saw no natural, so he's a bit worried about the idea of an attack. And he can afford a Spinecrawler, to be honest.
Whoa. Oh! I can't believe the Baneling pulled back.
Split.
Oh, you should say it one more time.
Split.
I can't believe the Baneling pulled back. It was like, that's too good to be true. There's a trap somewhere in there. Well, nope. That detonated. Would have gotten a lot of Zerglings in the first place.
This is the micro against just one Baneling. It's kind of crazy.
Oh no, he's attacking the unbuildable plate. That's not what you want to attack, mate.
No. So he almost denied the hatchery. Almost. Elazer, he's on fire, man.
Yeah, Walker kind of about even, but Elazer has way more queens to work with here. So in terms of inject, he should be pretty spot on. He did move... I think he went into a little bit of a panic, actually. He moved down all of his queens at the natural, so he wasn't injecting in the main for a little bit. Not the end of the world. Or is it?
You never know in Zerg versus Zerg. Somebody could quite easily just make a swell of units and then just go across and try and kill them. Really does depend. 7 drones on the way now for Elazer, and that's where you see that injection power coming into play. The fact that he can just get away with that much lava production into those drones this early.
Yeah. It's exciting to see Elazer do well here. Again, Serral supposed to be the big favorite. He's been crushing everybody's met so far in this tournament.
Then gets him, looks for the scout. Sees no second gas, sees no extra structures.
Lair starts now for Elazer, who's going to start walling off here with 1 single evolution chamber here for now. He's already on 2 gases, but I do think it still should be Roach. It starts the Roach run.
And both players are going to go into that, I think. As Lair's on the way now for Serral as well, unless there's something wild.
So Serral takes his second gas way later than Elazer here.
And Lings get in once again from Elazer, and he sees the progress of that Lair morphing in. Doesn't see
I mean, you can't know how long ago it was started, but he did see that the second gas was really late.
Yeah.
So he should know there's almost no chance for Mutas there.
Yeah. All right. So, +1 weapons on the way for Elazer, and a second evolution chamber to complete the wall off 1, and then maybe to go down the carapace path. Ooh. Okay. Spire. Elazer.
Yeah, remember, he was the one on 2 gases way earlier, and then he fixed that pretty quickly with gas 3 and 4, knowing that he was ahead on the walker count as well. Even if it's by the slightest of margins here right now. And considering, actually, it's quite crazy. Like, Elazer is already getting Glial Reconstitution and +1 missiles, so I think it might just be like, you know, 5 mutas or like a very low count to kill the overlords on the map, take some map control, and then behind this, just make a massive swarm of roaches, and then maybe go for an attack.
Yeah, he could definitely do that.
Elazer, actually, in the games that we've seen of him, every time that he's had more than the opponent, and it seemed like he just knew about it, just through his scouting, his game sense, and every single time he went for an attack and did really well, and across multiple matchups as well. Like, that was the case earlier on against Elazer and also in ZvZ.
Spots the Spire. Lings are going to be produced here to react to this. So saving a lot of the gas for that Spire to start off, even though it's been scouted. I just wanted to respond to these Lings with Lings. Didn't want to spend any gas on the roaches. Carapace on the way, so he's actually committing a bit to these Mutalisks, unless he's expecting a secondary scout from this Overseer to come in. Overlord dies.
I called the 5 mutas, didn't I?
Yeah, but I think he's going to go more, is the problem, because otherwise the Carapace isn't that useful. He's going for melee upgrades.
Yeah, actually, usually you go Carapace when you're playing against mutas. If you're playing against ground, you will go attack. Did he? Oh, he just wait. Oh, he just canceled. Okay, I was like, what is this? Because Elazer had started +1 melee.
Yeah,
I was like, does he seriously want to play Ling Muta? But
yeah, it was going to be crazy. If
he cancels. Like, it's going to be a ton of roaches here behind this.
So, I think he was.
There's not that many overlords to be found here in the middle of the map.
It feels like Elazer just wasn't 100% sure about his opponent's direction, as you say, with the Carapace, just preparing for the potential of a Muta versus Muta battle.
Link's gonna try and get some drones, but not gonna be able to do much there.
No.
And Muta's across the map here, trying to snipe some drones all alike.
That's a lot of queens to help out, though. One Muta dies for its troubles, because it was just rallied to the other ball of Mutas.
Nice control here. Getting one Baning as well in that area. Serral kind of redroning behind this.
I'd sort of be surprised if you let the Carapace finish, because I don't think it's going to be that impactful anymore. Or if it was anyway, but I guess it against queens.
Nah, he's going to let it finish. There is no way he's going to cancel it when it's this far along.
It's not very useful, though, I suppose. Let's scout in, have a look around.
Okay, Serral's getting Burrow and Tunneling Claws here, so that's going to be super dangerous, actually, especially if Elazer doesn't see that coming. But Elazer ahead in supply. Elazer is so good. I feel like he's like a new generation Hyun. He's just so insanely good at massing roaches.
Yeah.
And just attacking with them.
He has a lot.
That's all Hyun ever did. It's like all that practice, you know, playing Go for SC2, winning $100 every weekend.
That's true.
From Korea on European server.
There were 2 other people that did that, Armani and Solar.
Yeah.
They were always playing those cups.
And Revival.
Yeah.
Revival won like 50 of those cups.
Yeah, in the past.
It was so funny actually, because like I think they were just doing that because they had a high ping, so they knew they couldn't do much else. So they were like, yeah, we're just gonna use our mechanics, mass, and then kill everybody. And then they did the same in actual tournament and on land, just realizing that he was just walking against, like, I guess, all these scrub lords they were playing against.
So the one thing is that as much as Elazer has a lot of roaches, yes, that window's slowly closing because 5 infestors are out, and these queens were trying to get that overlord over there. But with the infestors out and them slowly banking up some energy, Fungals will shut down quite a bit of those roaches.
Yeah. I think late game and Hive tech will be definitely Serral's comfort zone a lot more so than Elazer's. And now that we've got infestors entering the field, I think that Serral's, he's still very much alive here in this game and series.
The one massive thing that Elazer got from those Mutalisks was map control and vision. If you look at the vision here of Serral, doesn't really see much at all, and he's still being harassed elsewhere.
Yeah.
And then if you look at the vision of Elazer, he sees the entire map. There is no run-bys, there is no opportunity, there is only these tunneling claw roaches that might catch him off guard.
Oh, Elazer might do a drop. Because look, he's only massing. He scouted the hive of his opponent, so he knows he has to attack because he's going to have more army and more roaches. If he attacks with everything, then he exposes himself to getting fungled. What's a good way to stretch somebody out of position? You drop a lot of units in the main base, and then you attack elsewhere with the rest of your army.
But this is super clever by Serral, because he knew that he didn't have any map vision, any map advantage, so using tunneling claws to tunnel roaches all the way around the map. He's actually attacking in one location that's pretty heavily defortified. So maybe he should go elsewhere, and he's also been spotted by a Spore Crawler.
There's a lot of overlords in the middle of the map. If Elazer was to drop, he needs to do it soon here. Serral, he's pre-setting up here the concave around that 4th base. Look at it.
Just trying to catch some roach harassment.
Look at above that 4th base. Yeah, look, he set up an arc here to try and land some huge fungal.
Oh my god, they're big, as well as the Corrosive Biles landing on this as well. Serral greeting this army with almost absolute perfection. Still has a lot of energy left, though, for transfuses here.
So many transfuses available. He can't really dodge by, though, because he's kind of stuck in that area with those very slow queens. The infestors kind of camping behind this, and Elazer's got so many roaches.
Yeah, very difficult to hold on against this army, especially when a little bit of his is actually on the other side, putting on some harassment. The one thing that is an advantage here for Serral is the reinforcement point, as some more roaches did pop out to try and help. 18 more roaches are going to pop. I don't think that Elazer can stick around here. And we're going to have these roaches once again going for more workers.
He's going to secure that base. Serral still had a couple fungals. He might have just needed to sack that 4th base earlier. That would have been better for Serral, but chose to try and defend it, and they traded blows, and now Serral is ahead. A decent bit of supply.
The tunneling claw attack was just brilliant in terms of getting himself that worker supply advantage. And now that's really going to put a bit of brakes here on Elazer. You're looking at the minerals that he has available to remax, and it's not very high at all, despite having good upgrades.
I wonder if Serral will maybe start +3, because this hive really hasn't done anything for him. Like, I don't think he will get Vipers.
No.
Nor Ultras. Like, you know, like, counter to Ultras is Roaches in ZvZ. So I think +3 attack eventually might be nice, but he shouldn't rush that either. Like, he wants to make sure he's safe in the first place against an Elazer that he knows he's kind of stuck.
He's very heavy on Ravagers, actually, looking at this. The one thing that he needs to...
Oh, he gets it.
Oh.
Rip.
All right, bye-bye, Mutalisks. You are no longer a pest. So the one thing he needs is for these Ravagers to actually be positioned well behind the roaches. If they are in front, then he'll be in no man's land.
I think Elazer should take the 4th base on the left-hand side, and he's going to do just that. He's tired of trying to take this outdoors one where Elazer gets a better concave every single time. So he's like, you know what, I'm just going to take it there. And Elazer will be going for an infestation pit.
Very late, though.
I think if Elazer had gone for a big drop in the main and just kept on making roaches and tried to finish it, he might have been able to.
Double expansion for Serral coming down. These roaches are still being a nuisance. Burrowing around everywhere. Thankfully, there's a Spore Crawler in each of these bases, so they can't get the mineral line. Not right now, no, but again, with the workers that they killed previously.
This mass Ravager Roach force is so scary. Oh! Ooh, that's close. So if Elazer can get in a position where he can spam that, where Serral would attack him from, he's going to be able to do really well. Yeah, we see +3 missile now on the way for Serral. Actually, if Elazer gets that position at the bottom and spams Corrosive Bile, it's going to be very hard for Serral to actually move into that location and attack into him. 5 infestors on the way now for Serral. For Elazer, sorry.
That's the missing key component to his army composition.
He can't move up. Oh my god, if a fungal landed there.
The thing is that as you were mentioning before, with how many Ravages he has, he
Yeah.
can just keep going. Like,
You know what Tielo would do here?
What would he do?
He will morph a Dropper Lord, put an Infestor in it, and then as soon as Elazer goes forward, he'd drop it and land a fungal.
I like
fungal
that.
Roaches.
That'd be nice. Oh, get an Infestor! Oh!
Tunneling Klaus and Burrow underway as well here for Elazer, trying to match these upgrades here.
Oh, run away, Infestors! Just, does he not have Burrow? He doesn't have Burrow!
No,
He
not
can't
yet.
get the... Ah!
He started that very late.
Transfuse on one, that was a great little play, but he loses another one.
Yeah, that's huge. And now, Serral's going to be the one taking the position on the right-hand side.
God, he just gets it. He just gets it. 143 army supply against 144. Still has to be careful about some of the fungals that are available here to Elazer, though.
They both have quite a few fungals.
Oh,
Elazer,
Serral,
I don't think you can go for it.
Serral has a lot more fungals on his Infestors. They're all full energy apart from one. So
whoever attacks here is going to be the one getting fungal worse than the opponent, supposedly. But Elazer, it looks like he wants to go for it. This is super risky.
there needs to be a lot of biles, a lot of corrosive biles coming out. Fungal on the entire army of Elazer. It will be chained. The biles are not really doing enough here to actually, now that I say that, they're killing off a lot of that army. It's very, very close. But with only Ravagers left over, the Roaches should be able to win out of this for Serral. These fights are so close.
Yeah, it cleaned up a lot better. Like,
move forward.
Elazer still got forces, but
I can move forward into that.
both players got a fourth base saturated, but Serral definitely has way more. And Hayes, he's even got spines and that one spore. He's on point with everything. Serral's just a beast.
We have the champion Swarm Host being made. The one Swarm Host is going to come out and lead this army to victory.
And +3 missile is about to complete, which is
That's big. It's a big
very,
deal.
very important there.
G upgrades. So yeah, we're at 2. Actually, he didn't have any carapace, so it kind of evens out.
Oh, he's going to unburrow Roaches in the fourth base. The middle of the map, Overlords. Rip.
No, even test carapace for the win.
Yes.
But never burrowed.
Serral remade a couple Infestors there. Both players are trying to get as many Infestors out as they can. It's kind of like the Zerg version of the tank count in TVT.
Yeah, they're as big as a tank.
Elazer quite a few walkers behind though. Like this is, the more he waits, Serral's gonna keep on getting ahead and ahead in supply, and then eventually he can, like this is the one location that's easier to attack into, right? That base, because he can set up a huge arc where it's gonna be very hard. Even like wasting a fungal for an overseer, this is not worth it. You need to keep those for the fight.
How many overseers are here though? Oh, just one. Oh no, more coming along. Yeah, not that useful.
Let's look at the energy. Yeah, all of these 5 Infestors here of Serral have 1 fungal available.
Similar.
Elazer.
On the other side, similar. Yeah.
He might just split here between those 2 bases. There's a couple of Roaches actually in the natural of Elazer, killing a bunch of drones.
Not too bad. They
Oh, that
burrowed
wasn't a
through.
spore actually on the 4th base, but I mean, 4 spines, he should be fine.
Big attack coming out from Serral now on towards his 3rd base. Good fungal with corrosive bile landing on a lot of that, killing off some of those Roaches. Army count dead even. Elazer holding his own here, still coming forward. So there's going to be big fungals climbing a lot of this. Once again, corrosive biles. The hatchery has gone down. That actually helps Elazer a little bit with his better positioning here as he moves forwards with that concave. Another corrosive fungal with corrosive biles onto that right-hand side, but he's chasing this away.
It's time to turn around here. Corrosive Bile is going to land on a lot of this army, but Elazer has a ton of Roaches left over. He's on the chase right now. Serral still with the supply leads.
The Remax and the Reinforce is very important, but he's actually killing off the Infestors as he chases them on down. Neither player has any Infestors left here in this location, but there's 5 somewhere. 5, they're all very far behind, and they don't have fungal growth at the moment. And I don't think Elazer should be taking that fight just yet. He needs extra reinforcements.
He needs to burrow these Roaches and regenerate all the hit points.
Yep. There you go. GG, well played. He had no economy left. It was in tatters.
Serral with a 2-0 lead here in the Grand Finals. Looking like an absolute beast, even in this one game where I did think that Elazer was in a good position.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
That's I mean, we haven't really seen too much of Serral ZvZ in this tournament, I suppose, but like looking at a lot of Serral ZvZs, Elazer put up a very good fight there, considering. So, 2-0 up right now, after only watching 1 map, because of course he started with a 1-map advantage. Need to keep repeating that, so that people know why he's 2 up currently.
I like this challenger format. Like, to me, it helps figure out who's the best European player right now.
Yeah.
Like, Serral was hyped as just that. Not even actually best European. I heard quite a few players say that he was the best foreigner. So far in the biggest tournaments, it hasn't been the case. It wasn't the case in Austin. Nib won that tournament. But now Serral is really trying to put his ladder form together and transform that into those tournament performances. And I mean, so far in this tournament, he has looked like the best European by far. And he's one map away here from being crowned just that and winning Challenger.
Yeah, it's great to get a glimpse into the window of each of these positions, because obviously you've got WCS, the main tournament, the main circuit coming up, which is obviously Jönköping, which you crown who is the best Western player at the moment. And then you get to look into every single region. Like I said, I was watching a lot of WCS Taiwan, and it was exciting to see how that kind of scene was developing at this moment in time, because there's lots of other WCS Challenger circuits going on. All right.
I can't wait for Haas versus Serral if it happens.
Be happy boy. All right, we're going to Abyssal Reef for game number 3, Todd. What are your predictions?
Zerglings and Banelings.
Wow.
And then maybe Roaches if we're lucky.
Wow. All right. Best of 5. Serral 2 games up. Let's jump into it. Potentially the last map of the night, as we do have spawning down to the bottom right. It will be Elazer in the blue. Cancelling something.
Yeah, it's going to be a quick pull.
Yeah.
Desperate times, guys.
Well, yeah, seems that way. And then up to the top left-hand corner, of course, it will be Serral in the red. That was... yeah.
I feel like it's either going to win him the game in the start, or it's going to be a very quick third game, and Elazer is going to go out in second place here in this tournament.
Maybe. Would be walking away with $1,200 if he takes second place. $1,600 for first place.
That's a lot of pierogies.
That's a lot of pierogies.
And for Serral, that's 1 bottle of Evian at the Helsinki airport.
It's strange how we globally...
People who travel to these countries will understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Finland is so expensive, man.
Damn airport
You know, the
prices.
first time I went there, I think, like, I asked for a water bottle, and they were like, that'll be €4. I was like, what?
you just take the water bottle and throw it at them. Yeah.
Is there, like, stem cell therapy or something? This water bottle? Like, what is this?
Living in Finland when I lived there with no money was brutal. Like, I was excited when I could buy an energy drink. Like, honestly. I had very little money to my name. It was crazy.
And now you get them by the dozen for free.
I just say, sup bras, give me everything you want. It's great. So this has been spotted. The lings are on the way.
Yeah.
And there's 8 lings about
And it's not like a huge commitment for Elazer to actually, you know, go for an all-in, take a gas, and go for banelings. No, it's just like a lot of links without speed. Whereas Serral, sure, he opened with an earlier hatchery, but I think his goal is going to be to delay the damage here onto that second hatchery, get his queen. He's getting a spine as well to be safe. He's pulling drones as well. He wants to make sure he saves that hatchery, and he doesn't want to fight that late.
These drones really make the difference. Drone drills through to the mineral line, and now he knows he has equal numbers. Oh, but did he see the extra 2 lings at the bottom of the map? Equal numbers. It's fine.
Yeah, Elazer's catching up on the drone count there, so the game should just even out. And
the queen walking down is the kicker.
So messed up a little bit. He was on move command for a second.
Oh, good. Queen helps out. 2 extra
he cancels the spine even. Serral's so confident he's held this, and he's right.
Yeah, he realizes. I mean, he sent the
He saw that no more links were coming, and he's going to get a way earlier speed than Elazer, who still hasn't mined any gas or even taken any.
Ooh, that's risky on this map. Because he needs to make a good wall-off on this map. And the creep doesn't extend fully to make a proper wall-off, I don't think.
Elazer's not going to be that rich. He's going to be poorer than Serral, who's ahead on a few walkers right now, 2 in total. So for him to make a full wall momentarily behind this, like, I mean, he might have to play, you know, with multiple queens, maybe go up to like 4 queens. But even then, like, these links, they're going to be a threat once speed completes. And Serral, in the meantime, is going to be able to drone comfortably.
Now, I'm wondering how he's going to wall off if he's going to go completely gasless for a long time. That's 1 gas coming in now, but against speed. Thankfully for Elazer, there isn't a flood of lings being made right now. But if there was, I guess
he would count on the fact that he can see it coming.
Yeah, with some overlord with the overlords, and then position his queens appropriately.
Very important creep tumor, by the way, here from Elazer, if you want to wall off between the debris and that part here of the ramp on the left-hand side.
Doesn't spread properly from the hatchery, so you need that. Spreading it back up to his main base so it can reinforce.
Third base starting here for Serral. That hasn't been spotted yet, actually, by Elazer.
The Lynx actually do have a little hole there, but they're not going to go.
You shall not pass.
No, no, no. And the evolution chamber, as you were mentioning, all the way for both.
Wow, Elazer's overlord is barely outside the area of that third hatch.
Oh.
He needs to see that sooner than later to realize exactly what's happening. The queen in the main is going to die.
Wait, how did they get in?
They went to the right-hand side.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's why it's hard to wall off on this map.
Yeah, Roach One now going down in the wall for Elazer, but I mean, losing a queen in the main is really annoying. Look at this hatchery. There is no inject on the way here. And in the meantime, Serral, you can be damn sure he's not going to miss an inject. Actually, as I say that, he's not injecting in the main. Trying to go for more queens.
Surrounding them, and they're trying to transfuse themselves, but they are going to end up falling as well. All these Lings doing so much damage. Serral, the fact that he's killing off the queens alone and still dancing around with the Lings and getting maybe drones in the main base. He's exploiting the fact that there's no speed so well. Oh, Serral.
What a beast.
Yeah.
Still running around with this.
All right, so what did he get? It's 49 workers against 40.
Oh, one overload of Elazer overextended across the map.
Oh, no. It's all going badly for Elazer.
It's a no-fly zone.
And he tried to go for a third base, and it's been forced away here by Serral with the Lings.
And Elazer now can see across the map the creep around the third base of Serral, and he's going to start realizing the bad news here.
Okay, so at least he got the third base down.
Serral has an earlier +1 missile, but later clear reconstitution. Speed now starting for Elazer. Now this is odd because when you're already going roaches and roach upgrades, you wouldn't go for speed. So Elazer might be planning a mass roach into bailing attack against a Zerg that he knows he's not going to have a bailing nest, in which case Lynx can be pretty useful, right?
Yeah.
Especially since they get across the map pretty quickly. So you just get a huge batch of roaches, and then when you have +1, you get a ton of Lynx to support, and you go for the attack. Serral's getting a Spire, which could be good against full ground that doesn't attack here, but it could also, like, especially if he's slaving lava and not making units that are directly will help in the first place against roaches, could be bad.
I wonder if, because the thing is that if he goes roaches now and reinforces with Lings, the window that he has to hit right now before that Spire is up, it's limited. So, because he's not going to get a scout towards the back of that base, ever, in this game.
Yeah, Serral's going to see this force move out here. He sees the amount of roaches. That should trigger more and more roaches here from him being made. And he starts 4 overlords as well. Wants to make sure he's not going to be supply blocked. Starts a spine. Better safe than sorry. He's mining from 6 gases, so if he can get to a couple of mutas here, he's actually going to be able to make quite a few of them. And remember, there's no anti-air period here for Elazer. If there were, it would be in Ravagers, which are pretty easy to dodge here.
Already set himself up a concave, as all he has to do is hold on to this location, and then it will take a long time for the roaches to go to any other path to actually assault. So
yeah, Serral has to do damage with this here. This has to do a lot because Serral is so many walkers ahead, so Elazer has to trade well with his army. He has to do some economic damage behind this, but so far he's only able to fight against those roaches.
The Lynx weren't that effective for a long time there because they were balled up against the roaches and the Ravagers in the back. And I don't think these roaches and Ravagers are going to be enough to break this location because the reinforcements are going to be popping out very, very close here for Serral. The roaches are gone. The Ravagers will fall as well. And that is GG. Well played. Serral 3-0. And congratulations to him. He is the WCS Challenger Europe champion.
And I think we can safely call him the best European player here for now. A flawless route. He dropped a single map. And that was round 1 against Zenster. Yeah. After that, that was 3-0 Mana, 3-0 Showtime, 3-0 Namshar, and 3-0 Elazer. Doesn't really get any better there. I guess technically, maybe he could have been a Nerd Show and Snoot as well, but I guess he'll have to wait for Jönköping for that. But Serral was just an absolute beast this entire tournament here.
Watching him dismantle Showtime in that semi-final in the upper bracket was something that was magical compared to what the previous 2 series that we actually saw from Showtime going up against Zerg. So a great run there from Serral. Congratulations to him. Of course, Elazer doesn't walk away empty-handed. He goes away with $1,200 in total, as well as 140 WCS points for second place. First place got themselves 200 WCS points. So Serral racking up those points. We're almost... If he keeps that kind of pace, we're pretty much guaranteed to see him at the global playoffs.
Yeah.
Unless he drops off for some miraculously odd reason.
Well, I doubt that's going to happen. Yeah. Maybe we can take a look. Give me a second to open it. At the WCS World Rankings prior to this tournament starting. I think it would be...
Dun, dun, dun.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, it's taking a while. That's fine.
Yeah, we can have a look. I have it open here. So... We had Neeb in first place since his victory in Austin. I do not believe that it was updated live, so there is still, you know, all those results to be typed in. And
yes,
Serral, I'm sure, will be going up a little bit. I think that was 200 points.
Yes, it
was.
So
he's going to close in the distance here on Nurcho, who's probably going to win a couple points as well here from these two. Elazer was actually, yeah, below this too, so he's definitely going to be catching up a little bit. So yeah, very important. Like, it might not seem like much, like 200 points and stuff, but proportionally, like, these guys don't have that many points here just yet. Like, you know, say if Probe, for example, was to get 200 points, then suddenly he would be rank 8.
And there is a very real possibility of that because he is challenging in WCS Australia.
And he won the last one.
Yes, he did. All right, well...
Which actually, make sure to check that out as well, guys. I think it might be going on right now.
Really? That would be cool.
I'm going to double check, you know what?
Okay. Regardless of if that is going on right now or not, of course, next week we start WCS Challenger North America, which is actually going to be going on at like 2 a.m. our time, but 5 p.m. a certain American time. There's lots of time zones over there. I think it's PST or something. But regardless, we'll be casting that in the middle of the night, rearranging our time schedules and making sure it's okay. Our first 2 shows will be done from here.
I was way off, actually. That's in 5 hours.
Oh.
And they played, they had their day one already played. Maybe we can take a look at the brackets quick?
Yeah, I think so, probably. WCS America, WCS Australia even, I should say.
Probe doing well, Iagas as well, like the usual suspects.
Seether.
I think last time it was Probe first, Iagas second.
Yes, it was.
In that region.
And a lot of hype around Seether to try and do well in that region as well. Still a lot of Zergs as always, because it's Australia.
Yeah.
And
where's Pig?
NZ. Where's Pig?
No, Pig.
Sorry, Pig.
He's secretly practicing for the Casters tournament.
Yes, he's got bigger fish to fry, Todd. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a huge thank you for tuning in so far. And of course, there is more WCS Challenger to come. Stay tuned to all the information at teamliquid.net as well as us on Twitter. Make sure to follow at StarCraft and at StarCraft Esports, etc. For now, though, we are going to go, and then we shall see you next time. Any final words, Todd?
It's always the same thing. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next Tuesday for some more Challenger.